statement that the presidential candidate made in 2015. Take a listen.
We will give you student loan. Our program, 4 years will be 4 years. You will not extend before 4 years to graduate in a university. By the time, on your 4th year, you will be taken through that critical part.
Senior Advocate, where are the student loans today? That was in 2015.
I think the roadmap and the foundation is being laid. Let me tell you why. Because, you see, you also need to ramp up revenues first and make them available for people and for students to tap into that revenue base. And that's where we're talking about revenue now, how to ramp up those revenues. Don't forget that when we came in 2015, and this is a significant point I want to make, I want everybody to fact-check me as I speak. In 2014, no less a person than Okonjo-Iweala, who was then Minister of Finance, told everyone that we're headed to recession. So we did not give that excuse. It was a PDP government that said at the time they were leaving that the country was on a downward slide towards recession. And that was in 2013 and 2014. Now, what happened, therefore, was that we came in and met that recession, and then the country slid into recession. But because of the deftness of the handling of the economy, we came out of the recession faster than even the IMF predicted. And also the second recession, we came out faster than they predicted. That we now met low oil production that dropped to 700,000 barrels per day, at times 600,000 barrels per day, when we should have been on 2.3 million barrels per day. We met those problems on the ground. So there was a problem of revenue, but the dream remained alive. The dream to fulfill these promises are still alive today as we begin to ramp up our revenues and rescue the economy from where PDP left the economy. And that is where we are now. So you can
Senior Advocate, a couple of issues.
The sound bite.
Right.
The sound bite you just played now shows the... Yes, go ahead.
You can land quickly just because of time. You said it shows the...
The sound bite you just showed now is a further promotion of our candidate because it shows his consistency of thought.
All right. So let's break it down.
About it then in 2014.
Let's break your response down.
He's talking about it now too.
Right. So let's break your response down.
Thoughts.
You said that the former Minister of Finance said in 2013 that there was going to be a recession. Your candidate made that statement in 2015 January, being aware of those statements made that Nigeria was getting into recession. Yet he made that promise to thousands of young people, in fact, maybe millions who were listening at that time. So that's on the one hand. So if he made that promise at that time, it's almost 8 years now, no students loan. What is the assurance, really, that the one he's making now, that in 7 years to come, there will be a reality? And you said that your government meant 700,000 barrels of crude at that time. Well, that is not true, at least according to the OPEC figures. This government was doing, as at May 2015, was doing between 1.6 million and 1.9 million barrels per day.
By the end of 2015, production dropped. Go and fact-check me. End of 2015, early 20, there was disruption in production in the Niger Delta region. So everybody can fact-check me. It dropped.
You said it dropped to 700,000, and I'm giving you the figures of what your government meant when you came in. 1.6 million, 1.7 million. In fact, the price of crude at that time, when your candidate said he was at the lowest, was about $60-something. Not at the lowest. The lowest has been $25 in the 20 years that we've seen.
So, I'm telling you to fact-check me that when we came in...
I just did. That when you came in, it wasn't $700,000.
But you were saying May. You are mentioning May 2015.
And I gave you June as well. June was 1.7 million.
And I'm telling you that.
That's when you came in. If you're not taking May, I'm giving you June. Yes, so June is 1.7 million barrels per day.
Yes, yes. When do you plan your budget? When was our first budget planned? Our first budget was a 2016
is
budget.
Pointedly at the statement you made that you made $700,000 per barrel. Sorry, 700,000 barrels per day.
It dropped. No, don't misquote me. When we took over, it dropped to 700,000 because of disruption of production. And I want everybody to fact check you and I.
I just did. I just gave you the figures when you came in, but in order not to belabor the point.
I'm telling you that the budget, look, listen, the first budget we planned was a 2016 budget. And that 2016 budget was based on $700,000 production. And oil price based on $30-something per barrel. That was the first budget we planned. So that 2015 was not our budget.
Okay, so you're essentially shifting it from when you came into government to when you planned the budget, because your statement was we met 700,000
Well, I'm not shifting. You are the one shifting it, because...
No, those were your words, actually.
No,
earlier
you are the one shifting it. You are the one shifting it. You are the one shifting it because essentially our budget, when we came in, is when we planned our budget. Our budget was based on 700,000 barrels per day. And production and oil prices had dropped to about $30-something per barrel. Go and check.
Well, based on the statements you made, I at least gave you the facts on ground. But the point also is that he made that promise then that you would have student loan, and he was specific. I mean, yes. And you listened to him.